All right, hey there, home athletes. Happy Tuesday. Hope you're having a good day so far. I have a very good workout for you today. We have some running, we have some deadlifts, we have some burpees. This is going to take the form of 4 5-minute AMRAPs, and you get a 3-minute break in between each one just to kind of catch your breath and bring that heart rate down a little bit. So this is one of our weekly interval workouts, as you probably already picked up on. Work, rest, work, rest. So it's 5 minutes of work, 3 minutes of rest. As usual, it's not enough to fully recover, but it's definitely enough to bring that heart rate down, like I said, catch your breath, and maintain a pretty high level of intensity when it is time to work. So each 5-minute AMRAP we're going to do it today consists of 3 parts. It's basically a double buy-in. It starts with a 400-meter run. Get that done, 200 meters down, 200 meters back. Should take about 2 minutes, give or take. Then we're going to come back inside and do 30 deadlifts with 2 dumbbells, or whatever you have. You know, deadlifts can be 1 kettlebell, 2 dumbbells, whatever you have around, something that you feel comfortable doing 30 unbroken reps with, so it shouldn't be too heavy. And then in whatever remains of the 5 minutes, you're going to do max dumbbell facing burpees. So that's the AMRAP part, is the burpees. Whatever you have left of the 5 minutes after the run of the deadlifts, you do as many burpees as you can right up until the timer goes off, and then rest for 3 minutes. Your score, of course, today will be how many burpees you get across all 4 rounds. You're going to add them all up together, see how many you can do. As always with these interval workouts, consistency in your pace is a good thing to shoot for. Ideally, that 400-meter run takes us, a minute 50 or 2 minutes or whatever it is. Pretty similar each time, within, maybe 5 seconds or so. Same thing with the deadlifts. We're coming back in from the run at the same time. We're keeping the same pace on our deadlifts. And of course, the burpee score, again, relatively consistent. We don't want to max it out and sprint on that first round and get, a whole bunch of burpees and then just kind of slow down. By the end of that last round, we're just, barely this is terrible. Consistency across the 4 rounds is a really good thing to shoot for. So, 400-meter run, like I said, get it measured out. Should take about 2 minutes or so. Remember my favorite lean and pull cue. Use your body weight to pull you forward. Ideally we're kind of leaning forward at the hips and literally using gravity to kind of pull ourselves forward. You can try the little drill that I just demonstrated right there. Just kind of stand wherever you are, lean forward at the hips, right at your center of mass is at the hips here. Pull you forward and just try to lean as far forward as you can before those feet come forward. And just practice that a few times. Step, step, lean, step, step. And you can feel gravity pulling you forward. This is a great way to run. Much more efficient is rather than fighting against gravity by leaning back or whatever, you're actually using gravity to pull you forward. Then the other part of that, lean and then pull, is kind of pulling those feet up underneath the body, right? We talk about pulling the heels up towards the hips. We're going to pull this way. We keep the feet underneath the body. It's a much lower impact style of running as opposed to swinging those feet out in front and landing on the heels and kind of putting the brakes on every time. Basically kind of pulling those heels up right underneath the hips. Very low impact, staying mostly on the balls of the feet. And then again, using that gravity to pull you forward. So try that today in your warm-up and in your workout too. Then we come back inside and do our deadlifts. Of course, our hip hinging movement, right? We're favoring our big muscles in the back. We got our glutes, we got our hamstrings. I always demonstrate these from the side in case you haven't figured this out already, to show you what I'm doing with the hips. So at the top, we're standing nice and tall, belly's nice and tight, and then maintaining a nice flat back. We literally hinge at the hips. Notice my shins are staying nice and vertical. Yours should too. The knees should stay relatively stationary because it's all in the hips. So right here, right, we're standing up, driving those hips forward, and right back again. Make sure you give those glutes a good squeeze at the top. In any movement that we do, whenever you extend the hips, you should always engage the glutes. We're doing 30 reps right there. Just give the bottom part of that bell a little tap to the floor at the bottom. There you go. Yes, those 30 reps will light up your glutes and hamstrings a little bit. Then you're finishing up each AMRAP, like I said, with max dumbbell facing burpees. You have one of your dumbbells on the floor. You're going to have it in front of you. At the bottom of the burpee, we should have let's shoot for about forehead right over the handle of the dumbbell, right? We don't want to endanger any of that expensive dental work here there, so don't have mouth over. Go forehead over the dumbbell, make sure there's nothing behind you here. Hands, forehead down, regular burpee, jump the feet in and jump over the dumbbell. That's one rep I just did there. Turn around and do it again. Forehead over the dumbbell, bring the feet in and jump over the dumbbell. So that will be the last part of each AMRAP. This is your score today. And the motivator here to do a lot of those, or do as many as you can, and kind of keep moving with those, is knowing that that 3-minute break is coming up right after those burpees. You'll have 3 minutes to rest and recover. So write down your score, write down how many burpees you do at the end of each AMRAP, and at the end of today's workout, add all 4 numbers up. That'll be your final score. All right, home athletes, have fun with this one. Work hard, get it done. I will talk to you again tomorrow.